Hey guys, it's Dean and welcome to Yoga Sharpen. Now we called it Yoga Sharpen because this workout is all about sharpening your skills. This workout emphasizes the foundations of yoga, so getting back to the basic movements involved. And we're focusing on this because if you learn the basics, you can master everything else. So come back to this workout as often as you need to continually work on and improve the foundations. You can use these to apply them to any type of fitness that you do. We're going to use a block today to help bring the ground up to you. So again, you can focus on what really matters, the technique, instead of how deep you're getting into these poses. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with your block. Bring your feet together and then place your block straight in front of your feet. Toes touching, heels about an inch apart. We're gonna move slowly through this workout. So if you get tired, you can take a knee down or take both knees down. Palms facing forward, pressing the top of your head up toward the ceiling, turning, again, the palms to face forward, opening the chest, pinning your shoulder blades into your back. Breathing here, exhaling to relax the shoulders. Inhale your arms up. Exhale and bend the knees. Push your butt back. Bring the arms out wide and bring your chest toward your thighs. Using your hands on the block so that you don't have to worry about bending the knees so much to get your hands to the ground. Remember, you've got 3 settings to this block. 1, 2, 3. So use whichever one is appropriate for you. And then when you're down here, relax your neck. Just hang really heavy. Again, keep the core active so you're working on stretching your lower back instead of just hanging down. So there's a little bit of activeness involved in this. Feeling a stretch all the way from the base of your spine to the top of your head. From here into half lift. Bend the knees, pull your chest forward, flatten out your back. So your upper body is parallel to the ground, your chin is reaching toward your throat, the back of your neck is pushing up toward the ceiling, and you should be able to see your chest in the bottom of your view. Stretching the backs of your legs, core engagement, lower back engaged, head pressing forward. Go ahead and release down, look behind you, all the way back. And this half lift to forward fold motion helps you get deeper into your hamstrings. So get a better stretch for your legs and ultimately more lower back pain relief. Drop your butt down, pull your chest forward, and then from here, step back to a low lunge. Left foot back, right foot over the ankle in the front foot. Now I've got the block here just to help me use my hands so I don't have to put all the weight into my legs if I get tired. So again, knee over the ankle, back leg straight, hips square to the front. This is a runner's lunge, and this is something that you'll encounter in every workout in this DVD. And it's also a foundation of any lunge. So focus here, stretch in the front hip, back, the front leg working, glute engaged in the front leg. From here, step back up and switch sides. Taking your right foot to the back now, hip squared to the front, knee over the ankle. Using that block just inside the left foot to help if you need that extra support, if your legs are getting tired. Back leg stays straight. So again, feeling the stretch, front hip, strengthening the front leg. And this is great because this is helping to strengthen your lower body, which if you have back pain, we want to eliminate that. So strengthening these muscles helps to draw pressure away from the lower back, and stretching the front of your hip, also important for drawing away pressure from the lower back. Let's go ahead and stand up from here, back to standing. And then from here, we're gonna move into a plank. So bringing your knees down. And before we lower the hands down, working on the technique with your arms. Turn your palms to face forward, just like we did for a mountain pose. So your chest is open and your shoulder blades are drawn in. And then without changing your shoulders, bring the arms straight out in front of you. This is how we'll do our planks. Now, however you can, however awkwardly it has to be, lower your hands to the ground. Don't change your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, walk your knees back. Stack your shoulders on top of your hands, lift your belly button so your core is engaged, and then tuck the toes, lift your knees. This is your plank. So you'll feel your chest, your arms, and your back working here. Not just the arms, not just the chest, but everything in your upper body. Notice also that I'm keeping my legs lifted, so I'm not letting my knees sink down, not hiking my hips up, but keeping them down, keeping them level with my upper body, so that I'm feeling this through my whole body and also properly engaging the core. All right, go ahead and lower the knees down, untuck the back feet, and then lower down all the way onto your chest. And from here, moving into Cobra. So legs squeezing together, thighs internally rotated, so all 10 toes are on the ground. Knees lifted, engaging your thighs, pressing your pubic bone and your abdomen into the floor to engage your core. And then with all of that, just using your lower body and your core strength to lift your chest a couple inches off the ground. Pull the shoulders up, back, and down to engage your back, and open your chest. So this is strengthening your lower back. This is opening your chest, creating length in your neck, pushing your head forward, and lifting. This is strengthening all the muscles in your back, your glutes, your hamstrings, your thighs. And then go ahead and release down and take it back to a tabletop. And from here, we're gonna use this as a launching point for down dog. Bring your right hand and your left hand out and up just a little bit. Turn your index finger to face straight forward or slightly out. Pin your shoulder blades into your back. So that same thing we did for the plank, do that again here. And then bring your knees about hip width distant. Tuck the toes, shift your butt back. And this, we're gonna focus here on core engagement before we go into down dog. So take care to make sure that all the muscles in the front of your stomach, from just behind your pubic bone up to your sternum, are active. Lengthen your neck forward. Make sure that your shoulder blades are pinned into your back, so you're not doing this with your arms, not bringing your shoulders in front of your body, but keeping them on either side of your chest or on your back. And then from here, lifting the knees, pushing your butt up and back away from your hands, and relaxing the neck. So notice that I'm bending my knees. I'm focusing here on straightening from my hands to my hips, because that's what's going to get me a lower back stretch. If you're rounding your back like this and kind of making a U shape with your body, you're missing out on down dog. So remember, bend the knees, push the butt up and back, focus on a flat lower back, and then everything else will fall into place. And then relaxing the knees, pushing your heels down toward the floor. Using your exhale to go deeper here. So now I'm feeling a stretch for the lower back, the hamstrings, the calves, and also working my upper body to hold my body weight up. Go ahead and relax the knees down, back to tabletop. And from here, we're going to work on your knee to elbow and your knee to nose technique. So hands planted right under your shoulders, knees hip width distant. Kick your right leg straight back, heel pressing toward the wall behind you, toes reaching toward your shin. Lift your belly button to engage your core, making your back flat. And then as you exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. Kick it back out. Inhaling as you do that, exhaling knee toward your nose. Doesn't have to touch, just bring it toward it. Back up, and then step your foot up between your hands. If it doesn't get there, just use your right hand and step it up for your foot. From here, we're gonna move into a high lunge. We'll start with the low lunge. Bring the arms up overhead. Notice how the hips are squared. I'm pressing down through my right heel, keeping this leg active, feeling the stretch through the front of my left hip. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Tuck your back toes, and without changing your front leg, without changing your core, without changing your arms, lift the back knee. This is hard. This is a difficult balance posture. It's also hard on the front of your hip. It takes a lot of flexibility. So if you're struggling here, that's good. Go ahead and relax the back knee down slowly. Nice job. Untuck, take it back to tabletop. I'm gonna do that one more time on the opposite side. So start with the leg back, heel pressing back, toes reaching toward you, belly button lifted, knee to elbow. Lift back up. Inhaling as you do that, exhaling knee toward your nose. Doesn't have to touch, just bring it toward it. Back up. Exhale, step it up. Low lunge. Hips squared, shoulders stacked on the hips, tailbone reaching down, core engaged. Keep the knee over the ankle and the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Now, if this was really difficult before and the distance between your feet is the same, bring the foot up a little bit more. Now, lift the knee, bring the arms up, straighten the leg as much as you care to. Feeling the stretch to the front of the hip, making sure there's no lower back pain, reaching the tailbone down. And this is difficult because there's balance involved. And if your auxiliary muscles aren't strong, if they're not used to activating, that's what this is doing. That shaking is forcing them to work. And then take the knee back down, untuck the back foot, and then take it back into tabletop. Now, balance is really important, even if you're not an athlete, because that helps to develop core strength. And that's what helps to relieve lower back pain, which is a problem for lots of people. All right, from here, we're gonna move back to down dog. So remember everything that I said. It might not happen, but try to. Push your butt back, retract the shoulder blades, press down through your hands, lift the knees, push your butt up and back, away from your shoulders. Try to feel this in your lower abdominals. And then from here, we're going to do something new. Look forward for a second, maybe bend the knees. We're gonna jump the hands up or walk the hands up between your feet. So from the down dog, walk your feet up, just baby walk up between your hands to a forward fold. Remember, you've got your trusty block here, if that feels really uncomfortable. And then from here, moving into a chair pose, dropping your butt down, making sure it's going back. Take care to keep your knees behind your toes. Pull your chest forward, get some length in your spine, squeeze your knees together, lift your arms. This is chair pose. It is a wonderful, maybe not so comfortable pose, but really good for strengthening your lower body and your core. Go ahead and stand up from here, reach up, bring your arms along your sides. All right, so we're back up, back into mountain. Let's check back in here. Let's see what feels different. Standing up tall as you inhale. Exhaling to relax the shoulders. Down and back. One more of those. Exhaling, relaxing the shoulders, reaching the tailbone down. Moving now into warrior one. Keep the right leg where it is. Step the left leg back. Point it out 45 degrees. Pull your right hip back, pull the left hip up and over to the right. So you're adjusting for that back foot facing out. From here, sink into your right knee, knee over the ankle, and then bring the arms up. This is warrior one, and this is going to work your front leg mostly, stretching the back hip, so this left hip, and also stretching your calf. You're also working on opening up your chest, stretching your upper body. And if you spend a lot of time in this position hunched, if you spend a lot of time at a computer, this is for you guys, because stretching your hip here is the exact opposite of what you're doing in a seated position. From here, let's move to a pyramid. So straightening the right leg and then bringing your chest toward your thigh. I said straighten, but keep a little bend to that leg. chest to the thigh, maybe using the block here inside your foot, and then relaxing your head down, looking behind you. So now this stretch is in the back of your right leg and in your lower back. Remember to relax the neck. Just let that hang really heavy. And you might also feel a stretch in the back of your head. That's good. That means that you're releasing tension in your back. And that's going to help with relieving discomfort in your back. All right, to get out of this, bend the knee over the ankle, lift back up to warrior one, and then step back up, back into mountain. Switching sides. Left foot facing forward, take the right foot to the back, point that out 45 degrees, pull the left hip back, the right hip forward, reach your tailbone down so your core engages and your lower back lengthens, and then sink into the knee. Now, stretch through the front of the right hip, stretch through the right calf. Bring the arms up. Exhale to relax the shoulders. And this is going to open your chest. And again, the exact opposite of that hunch position that you do during the day. We're also working on strength in the legs, core strength, reaching your tailbone down, and again, flexibility in this right leg. From here, moving to pyramid. So let's try keeping the leg bent this time. See if that makes it easier for you. Bring your chest to your thigh, bring your hands to the ground, relax the neck, and then just straighten your left leg until you feel a stretch in the hamstring, in the back of your thigh. You might not have to go that far to feel it. So the goal with pyramid is to help you get this stretch through the back of your thigh and your lower back. The reason we want to stretch the hamstring is because that muscle connects to your back. When that muscle's tight, pulls on your lower back, that comes out as pain. So stretching your hamstring here to help reduce back pain or discomfort in your spine. Relaxing the neck so we can get a complete stretch all the way from the base of your spine to your head. Now, getting out of this, bend into the knee over the ankle, lift your arms up all the way into warrior one, doing that stretch in the hip once more, and then stepping up back to standing. Palms facing forward, and now once more going through that half sun salutation to the plank, cobra, down dog. Palms facing forward, stand up tall. Relax the shoulders as you exhale. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, swan dive forward. Hands to the ground, look behind you. Inhale to a flat back. Use your block if you want to get a better stretch for your back. Release back down. Plant your hands, bend your knees, and then step back to a plank. Hands right under the shoulders, shoulder blades pinned into your back. So again, your back, your arms, your chest, your shoulders, everything is working here. Make sure that you're not letting your hips sink down, but you're keeping your belly button up to strengthen your core and protect your lower back. Go ahead and lower the knees down and then lower down all the way. Try to keep your chest open as you do this. Keep your arms in tight. Flip your feet, squeeze your legs together. Again, internal rotation to the thighs, all 10 toes on the ground. Lift your chest. Press the top of your head forward. Squeeze your arms into your sides. And focusing on breathing in and out of the nose here. Your body is going to want to pant. You're going to want to breathe faster. Prevent that from happening. Get some control of your body. And then release down. All right, back into down dog. Fingers spread wide. Tuck the toes. Press your butt up and back while engaging your core. And this is the last exercise in this workout. So your feet 4 to 6 inches apart, butt pushing back and up. Notice how this down dog feels a lot different than the first one. So it's really cool because we just did about 20 minutes of exercise, but there's already a huge difference in your body. All right, celebrating the small victory. Go ahead and lower the knees down. All right, so that was Sharpen. Good job, guys. way to make it through that workout. So if you're feeling good, if you want to take that energy into another workout, go for it. It's a really good time to do it. If you did this workout and the slow moving process of it kind of burned your muscles out, that's completely understandable. Great job, way to make it all the way through it. You probably gave it a ton of effort. So either way, I'll see you guys on the next workout.